All right, guys. What's a Ford? What's a camshaft sensor synchronization tool? I bought this a couple years ago. Before I was probably knew what how the sensor worked. I had read up and read, oh yeah, you need this tool to align a camshaft position sensor. Thinking it was something special. I order it. Here's what you get: an arrow on the top, and then in line with that arrow, the bottom has a slot where it'll only go down on top of the sensor shaft one way. So you take, first off, you gotta take these two little screws off here to get to the top of it. Okay. And then it's this little piece here. That's what it rotates around and is going to determine. Here's the top of it. Okay, there's your sensor. There's the actual, I believe it's a magnet, I don't remember, or electromagnet. So when that little thing rotates, passes it, we're assuming this is top dead center of the compression stroke. So as to whether you really need the tool, you don't need the tool. You got to take the top of this thing visually. You're going to see, this piece anyway. So it's not like stabbing a distributor. You know how that goes. As you stab it down, it's going to rotate. It's going to rotate clockwise because of the gear. So you got to start it a little bit, counterclockwise of where you want to end up. So first off, you start. You got to rotate the engine to top dead center, 0 degrees, and I do that. Cylinder 1. So for this Windsor, this 302, I put your finger here, and you can tell when the compression cycle is because you'll get air pushing out against your thumb, versus on the exhaust stroke you won't get that. So it's pretty easy to determine when you're close to it, and then I just, when I know I'm on the right stroke, I just look at marking on the harmonic balancer to make sure I'm on. And then when you stab this down in here, the actual sensor, has to be aligned, oriented with the actual shaft. So, but otherwise it doesn't really care. So let's say you don't want the sensor plug pointing out straight. Maybe you want to angle it over here. Well, you could stab it in at this angle such that it's pointing this way. Then you'd have to make sure this piece is pointing that way. As long as the orientation's the same, it's going to hit that spot at top dead center. But the short story is, you don't need that tool. It's really a waste of money. So don't buy it. Just do it visually. All right, that's all you need.